Jordan Perez with the press over. And I'm Abraham Gonzalez.
And we are from Jose Marti Mast, and we're gonna tell you some of the things we did to our roof.
First of all, I'm going to show you my manipulations, the stuff that we changed about it. First was rusted paint. Then we use rubber gravel stop to stop the gravel from moving out of the roof. We use balsa wood strips as a grip for the gravel.
Effects of specific manipulations. Abrasive. Abrasive surface is to minimize the sliding of the gravel along the surface of the roof. Increases the wind resistance. Decreases wind speed along the roof surface. And increases the frictional constant.
Okay, we also added a rubber gravel stop around the edges. And what it does, we put it around the perimeter so it stops all the gravel from getting to it. It deflects oncoming wind away from roof surfaces, and that also increases the wind resistance. It catches any gravel that would otherwise roll off the roof. And like I said, it increases the wind resistance.
We added balsa wood strips at regular 6-inch partitions throughout the roof to increase the wind resistance and slow down any wind that would otherwise roll over the surface of the roof and move the gravel, and to catch any gravel that would while it's rolling along the roof. As you can see there, wind ridges glued down perpendicular to the oncoming winds to catch any gravel rolling off the roof, and also increases wind resistance.
There's a picture of us.
Thank you. Questions?
How did you come up with the elements for your design?
Well, we wanted to have a simplistic design because it was supposed to be a flat roof, but basically the principle that we applied to most of our design was that we wanted smooth edges along the edge of the perimeter. We knew we were going to start with that. We were probably going to buy an aluminum gravel stop, but in the end we decided to go with rubber because it has a higher frictional constant and slows down oncoming wind particles much better than aluminum does. And we added the regular wood partitions, and the abrasive surfaces are all essentially to increase that frictional constant as much as possible to slow down oncoming winds and thereby increase wind resistance.
That's really interesting. The strips, if I understood you correctly, you said they were perpendicular to the wind.
That's right. They're perpendicular to the oncoming wind at a 45 degree. 45 degree.
Hurricane, the wind's going counterclockwise, so if the eye goes right over your building, you're going to have winds all different directions.
You can adjust the balsa wood strips. Well, obviously not here. We had them perpendicular to a 45 degree angle because we knew the incoming wind from the paper that you gave us would be coming at a 45 degree angle to the roof. But the same principle could be applied in theory. You could have, instead of straight perpendicular balsa wood strips, you could have balsa wood strips arranged in polygons. You could in squares and triangles. I'm not sure what would be optimal if you in a real world environment where the wind would be coming around the building counterclockwise, but that's an optimization problem. That's like first year calculus. So.
Any more questions?
More questions?
How big was your team that worked on it?
It was all 5 of us.
That's fine.
And what did each of you contribute?
We each put a little bit of our money in to buy all the materials, and we all pretty much built it all together.
Yeah, we came up with the design, and then after we had the design, we
Everything together.
we
Pretty
contributed.
much.
There wasn't any specific parts. We didn't do anything specific.
We just
We
all
just
helped each other out.
distribute the work between all of us.
What helped you come up with that design?
We just started
We
putting
made
random
research.
ideas.
We
Yeah,
saw
we
a couple
researched.
YouTube videos, etc.
And her science project was a wind tunnel. And then
Yeah, she actually won
she won second place in
the nation.
the nationals, and we used that to test our roof out. And
Did you have to make modifications based on that testing?
Originally, we weren't going to include in our design these gavels, 3 of them, again, at 45-degree angles perpendicular to the oncoming wind, with fins at the top. But we found out that was even a single fan, the gavels caught a lot of the wind, and it would it wouldn't blow the roof off, but it would cause the roof to lift a little bit. So we decided it was doing that with single fan. We didn't want to risk the whole roof coming off in the middle of the
Yeah.
contest, so we just took the gavels off.
And over time, that
And
would
we-
affect the roof.
Yeah, and went with a
Yeah.
flatter roof.
You did this with your, which class? Are you engineering students or?
We did it with our science club at school.
Your 11th graders or?
No,
We're
10th. 10th and 9th grade.
Tenth and ninth.
Is this your first year in the competition?
Yes, it is.
What was the total cost of all of your products?
$40.
With the gift card, we used all the money on the gift card, but then we had to buy
So we
the
had
gravel stuff, the rubber gravel
So
stuff.
about
Maybe that was like 60.
about $60.
On top of the gift card, or that's including?
That's including the $50 from the gift
Including
card.
Why should I buy your product?
Do you want to keep your roof? That's one reason. The whole reason we went with the minimalist design, removing the gavels, removing the fins, things like that, was because we wanted to be as cost efficient as possible. We found that to optimize the wind resistance, we didn't necessarily have to add more surface area or more abrasive. We just had to have as much abrasive as possible for the partitions, and we just needed to deflect oncoming winds off of the roof surface, which is why our gravel stop, we raised our gravel stop using rubber. That's another thing that we liked about the rubber that we couldn't do with the aluminum. With the aluminum, the gravel stop that we bought had a certain height, and if we wanted to adjust that height to optimize the oncoming winds, to deflect it away from the roof, we'd have to stomp down the aluminum. With the rubber, you could just raise it a little bit, staple it down, and if it was too high, you could remove the staple, bring it down again. So we could play around with that to see what was optimal to deflect oncoming winds off of the roof. And that kind of minimalist idea is something that we found a lot when we were researching real architectural examples for flat roof designs. The basic principle was that you wanted to go as flat as possible, but with as much abrasive as possible, and reduce the surface area, because more surface